folks, and welcome to the stream. My name is Mike D'Angelo, aka That Tellest Guy, and I am joined today by many co-hosts. I have my wife Rhianna here.
Hello.
And then I have down here we've got Luna and Zelda. Zelda's in a weird mood because it's been rainy and gross and everything like that. We are starting a little bit late today because I am just super tired. But we're going to be talking about a fun little project today. We're going to be talking about the Tellest babies, which I think was one of our first real big April Fool's jokes, right?
It was. It was something that we kind of came up with on the fly, thought it would be cute, and then we saw the artwork and went, love. Yeah. Like, it was super, super adorable.
So we're going to be doing kind of a retrospective on, because tomorrow is a special day for us as well. It's a retrospective on the origins of Tellest babies and how it's going to be similar to last week, but how we took these little ideas and it led to How to Be a Wizard, which is the children's book that we have that's coming out tomorrow.
Which is illustrative of, like, how we historically have done things. Like, it'll be, let's just spend the money on a little tiny project and see what happens. Wow, we really like this. And then it snowballs into something else. And now this was an April Fool's joke that turned into a, beautiful children's book that we're going to be able to share with the world. And I'm super excited about it.
We went from being like, we're going to get 10 copies to see if we can circulate around to, oh God, are we going to have to get 100 copies of this thing? Because people are asking for 10 of them at a time, which is really great. But, so, we're just going to start off by just taking a look at the very first set of Tellest babies that we had. So on the screen right now, you can see there were just 6 characters from Bindings of Fate. So it was, actually, Vernathren doesn't really count for that because she didn't show up until As Darkness Falls. But, so we have arguably our flagship character from the Child of the Stars trilogy. So we have
timeline.
Chaos and his villain, Juramentado. Chaos's guardian, Dirk, our little werewolf guy, who actually shows up in the How to Be a Wizard. Adelia, Chaos's sister. Vernathren, who is our Whisperwind elf, who shows up in As Darkness Falls. And then Chaos's best friend, Steeltip, sitting here slumbering on a tree log.
So just to point out that his flaming sword
is a marshmallow on fire.
In the series, we had obviously they had swords, but in the children's version, they have little marshmallows on sticks.
Hey, you heard us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Should I double check?
I just wanted to make sure because I don't want it to be another situation where we go for 23 minutes. I hear us.
I know.
We're famous.
And
Can I have a sip of water?
Yes, and it's a time jump into the past a little bit.
That's what I like. I like being able to see myself young.
But I did want to also point out Juramentado with his little dollies. Is that a spoiler? That's not a spoiler.
But he's a necromancer?
Yeah, he's a necromancer.
Yeah.
And it would be, necromancer playing with little dollies. It's adorable.
We've got that. We've got when Vernathren does her little whisper walk, that's when the leaves swirl about, so she's throwing them up in the air and everything. Adelia's got a little stuffed cat for Merlin. I think the only ones who really aren't indicative of what they do or anything is Dirk and Steeltip, because Steeltip's peacing out sleeping.
Well, that's the opposite of what he does. He's like the watcher and the guard basically, and in this one he's just snoozing because children's.
So we do have some very early sketches that I don't think these don't even end up in the children's book, or the art book. So this is a kind of rare look behind the scenes of what the original scene consisted of. We had our artist Hosier, aka Horace Sue, who put this all together for us, and he really helped to start us on this journey. You can again see the final image here that we put together, and it just is so adorably cute.
It really is super cute. And I do like being able to see the sketch. I think it's important to know that we don't just kind of come up with an idea and send it off to an artist. It's rare that we send it off and then it's approved immediately. Even the people that we work with repeatedly, we're always asking for revisions. They're giving us options. It takes a lot of voices to get the idea to come together. And my favorite thing is when they just surprise us with their amazing talent.
So if they're I mean, obviously the whole Tellest thing is like all the characters, well, not all of them, but most of the characters that are ones that you want to focus on, they have their superpowers and things like that. I think our superpower, the two of us, is the ability to find people who work so well with us. Like, we've had a very consistent, like, visual voice, so to speak. You know, even though we've worked with 10, 20 artists, the art styles are always very cohesive.
Right.
They're not exact, certainly, but they all match really well.
Yeah.
There's nothing that ever feels out of place.
There's a unwritten brand kind of feel that we have, I think, for Tellest. Like, you know, it makes sense to have everything.
So we have Sophia Jack, who is saying, how was the day been? And for the most part, pretty good. I think overdid it with sugar and got real sleepy.
We had a cookie exchange over the weekend and lots and lots of sampling today and crashing.
Too many things in the house that are causing sugar crashes. So, but yeah, otherwise, the day's been good. How about yours? How's your day been? And then while we wait for that, we're going to move over to the second Tellest Baby scene. So we have another set of sketches that we'll take a look at real quick. So we introduced 6 new characters. Well, not new. They were new to Tellest Babies, but not to the whole Tellest universe or anything like that. Sophia says mine's been pretty chill.
A chill day is the best day.
No news is good news. So we have our 6 characters here. We wanted to go with more of like the Tales of Tellest characters kind of things. Sophia, I'll get to you in 2 seconds. We'll talk about the characters real quick and then we'll circle back around to the chat. So these were pretty much characters that were indicative of the Tales of Tellest books. We had Kayonani, who was our first Kaja. And the Kaja and the Tellest universe are our kitty people.
Right.
And we have Bolt in the back. Typically, we wanted to kind of loop 2 characters together. And we had...
Luna's whining.
whining in the background. So we had Bolt, who's got the electric powers behind Kayonani, and just touches her tail and zaps it and puffs it and everything like that.
If like you always have, you know, like they have like obviously like Harry Potter like child wizards, but you don't really get like toddler-esque wizards too often.
You never really see that.
And that's cute. Like the shenanigans that they get up to has got to be adorable.
No. You've got Icarus and Gaston, who are our falling buddies. Icarus is, of course, outside falling as he's trying to work out his wings that's not working too well. And you've got Gaston, who's carrying all the books because he likes to study and can't see where he's going and trips. And then down at the bottom, we've got Maximus and Alicia. And she's scared of the mouse, knocks over the candle, lights the entire place on fire. Because she's got history doing that too. Yeah. So one of the things that we didn't see in the final piece was we've got up here in the top right like this weird like conductor's podium thing, and I don't know where that was going, but like the more and more I look at it, the more and more I'm like, let's do that. Let's get something like that going on.
I think it's supposed to be like a tome, like a special alcove for
some kind of library or something like that. Because when you look at the final image, that's just a work in progress, but the final image
I love it.
Definitely has that kind of library feel, so it might be spun around. Yeah. So Sophia says, what's our Christmas plan? And she said that everything looks great and that she likes the characters. So our Christmas plan is, one of the things is we work on a bookmark every year. So we'll talk about that a little bit more towards Christmas, but every year, because Rhianna and I met because of Tellest, and kind of like the juxtaposition of art and writing, a bookmark seemed like the perfect way to embody that.
It was our wedding favor. We had bookmarks at all of the out of all the tables, and it was us in like fantasy pose with, you know, a dragon in the background. It said something like, "Marriage is the greatest beast to slay," or something like that.
The greatest adventure awaits.
Yeah, that one.
Not a beast to
well,
slay.
We've been
now
slaying
we see.
it. It's fine.
So we are on our our 10th bookmark. No,
no, 8th. We have 2 more until
it's our 8th book, our 9th bookmark, but our 8th Christmas bookmark. Sophia says that she's trying to make some unique Christmas art when something attracts curiosity.
Well, so our Christmas bookmarks have historically been pretty, like, themed, like for classic Christmas stories. Sometimes it's our entire original, but like, is it a spoiler to say what our theme is this year?
Yeah.
It's basically the, what was it, 1964 claymation Rudolph.
64 or 68 or something like that. Yeah, the Rankin Bass.
Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be like a little bit of a nod to like Misfit toys.
Yeah, the Isle of Misfit
Rudolph
toys and everything like that.
We've done like Nutcracker style ones, and it's a way to put our family together in a little thing. And our little fur babies feature every year.
Every year, more than once in a lot of cases, because they end up on the front and the back. Mm-hmm. So curious to see my creative abilities explore some remarkable creations. Yeah, I mean, anything that you can do to get people to kind of, give a peek to the rest of your content. And Christmas is kind of to us like another April Fool's. It's just a different kind of festive.
It's a Tellest holiday,
yep.
basically. Like
yep.
we have points in the year that are kind of our like markers. Like we do April Fool's as like a big deal because it's fun to like be creative and figure out like what comes next.
Yep.
And then typically we'll have like a point in the year like September when we start putting together our like plot points for the Christmas story, because we're like, all right, if anything happens between now and then, it goes into the following year's stuff.
No. And I think at this point we're probably pretty stuck in when it comes to the Ligomorphs and Halloween. Mm-hmm. I think every year we're going to have the Ligomorphs wearing Halloween costumes.
Yep.
But yeah, so this was the first big April Fool's one. So it's fun to see it, and it's fun to, again, connect it to Christmas and things like that. Because I think from now on, we're going to remember How to Be a Wizard as a Christmas tale of sorts.
It's got a snowman in it. Mm-hmm. It's Christmassy.
Yep. So it's possible to connect with me on Discord. I can show my cool stuff. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to throw some... I don't think that there's anything precluding you from putting a link in here if you want to. I don't have a problem with it. And while you're working on that, we'll talk about the scene a little bit more. So again, we've got Icarus on the outside, just hucking himself towards the ground.
He's a baby bird trying to fly.
Yes, absolutely. Bolt is a little bit mischievous in the background, teasing poor Kayonani. And I love her in her little schoolgirl outfit, like, because Kayonani doesn't look like that at all. But,
right,
but
she's a hardcore warrior in this.
Well, not a warrior, but a shaman. But a shaman is a warrior.
She's pretty badass.
And then we've got even Maximus's little clockwork mouse ends up making a cute little presentation and everything. Let's see. I will absolutely add you. Rhianna, do you want to riff real quick? Never mind. Sophia,
I'm not good at
I'll add you after the show, and we can certainly talk more about this on the stream tomorrow. Or if I've got more time today, if I've got some steam in the chamber.
You're the talky one. I'm the support one.
Right. I can't be talky and going to Discord and everything. It's a little bit too much, but I'll add you for sure.
We mentioned with our children's book that he's the one that's going to have to read it, because like I will either be so awkward I won't talk, or I'll scare the children. But he's adorable, and he's got fun voices to read.
I do.
I'm a wizard.
So we ended up with the third set of babies, so to speak. This was the final version that Hosier made for us, and it was kind of a bonus for our Quantum Quest game. Mm-hmm. So we made a tabletop game back in like 2015, I want to say. At this point, it's been a long time. It might have been like 2017 or 2018. But in any case, we wanted to kind of envision the four main characters who were on the cover art as Tellest babies. So we worked with Hosier to do that. So we've got a baby dwarf, a baby goblin, a baby gnoll, and then Alicia, who was one of our characters that we just saw in this image. She leads the pack in this image here. So we've got...
I love the little pot head.
Is that your first time realizing that?
I didn't. Until I said it out loud, I did not make the connection.
No, so he's supposed to be our little dwarf with a Viking helmet, but no Viking helmet around, so he's got that. Our goblin is kind of a burly fellow when he's old, so it's cute seeing him all tiny and everything like that. And then our undead hunter Knoll just looks adorable over here too. So that was what we had for the first Quantum Quest babies. We also had, I don't know if it ended up making its way onto the website yet. It might have been something that is hidden somewhere. Give me 1 second to poke around. Sophia says, "Please just add me. I will add you. Don't worry." So we got these two. What happened to Suja and Steel Tip? Because we got 2 more of those too, but they're not showing up for some reason. Maybe it's just Tellest Baby instead. There we go. And I guess they never made their way into one piece of art altogether. September 9th.
I love him with the...
Oh, there we go. So we've got all of them together. So this was our second set of Tellest Babies. You can see the art style definitely changed because we have Christiana Reina, who ended up doing the art for our children's book, who took this over. So we've got our first Rhinotaur character as a Tellest Baby. We've got our orc, and we've got Steel Tip again. So we're seeing a couple of characters being reused and everything like that. And then we've got our first troll character, who is Sujamak up here in the front leading the pack. And let's see. So our last set of Tellest Babies to show off for now is our baby characters from our little tie-in video game that we ran a couple years back. And I don't think that we see all these guys together.
Don't mind me.
Do you have a big old Luna in your face?
A big old Luna in my face.
It's okay, Sophia. You can push, but it'll be too distracting to do it all on the stream. So once we're done, I'll add you.
And we put these on YouTube after, so it will be available for all the world to see.
Right. So instead of doing heroes, we had baby monsters basically for this set. So we have our baby slime. We have our baby flying serpent, our baby mummy, and our baby golem.
I love the baby golem.
Is the baby golem your favorite?
Yeah, I love the whimsical style, and he definitely did that with our book.
Right.
You know, the little swirly kind of designs.
Yep.
And the crystals. I just love it.
Yep.
Love
so
the style.
Let's see. I can't remember if we have anything up for the children's book yet, but let's see if there was like previews. And then tomorrow, when we go live with the making maps, we'll take a beat to let everybody know that the children's book is ready. So this is our sketch to. But I mean, you start from somewhere.
I did. Well, what was that even on? It was just on like a loose leaf.
Oh yeah, just
loose leaf
paper
and crayons. That's all I had available to me. But like, that's the basic idea. So I would do like the general sketch, describe what we wanted, and then he would turn it into like a beautiful work of digital art. Love it.
Yep. And then we have the sketch image that he did, and then I don't know how easy it's going to be to open the image and make it bigger. This isn't too bad.
It's pretty nice.
This ended up being the style that we went with. You know, he does beautiful night and day scenes. It all flows together really nice. So this is the left and the right page. Just ended up looking really nice, and we're excited for the world to be able to get to see this starting tomorrow.
I think this was an earlier one because we asked him to nix the wife beater and put him in more of a tunic, so it had
He
the
does.
medieval vibe.
He does have the tunic, I believe.
Yeah,
you still it's still like a sleeveless tunic.
Right, but it's a little more like it's a little less modern looking. But
there were a couple of things that we had to have Cristiano change for us because he had the stick in the butt.
Yeah, the butt was a little too prominent in one scene.
Yep.
Like, it's supposed to be a cute moment, not a weird one.
But it's a little. It's okay to be weird, as we've proven. Are you okay, Lona?
What's the matter, baby girl? What's wrong? Are you mad we're not paying attention?
We'll pay attention, you. All right. So I think what we'll do is 25 minutes is a nice round number for this episode. So what we'll do is we'll wrap the episode up, and then I'll go to a cut, but I'll stay on, and then Sophia in the background, I'll add you to Discord, and then I'll go over to your page, and we'll see some of your art, and then I'll wrap things up again and maybe play a little bit of Spider-Man. I think I still have a little bit of fuel in the tank.
Do you want a chocolate milk or a hot chocolate?
Actually, a hot chocolate sounds fantastic.
Hot chocolate, more sugar.
I would love it. Yeah.
More sugar for
I would love a chocolate milk. And then what we'll do is we'll play Can I Stay Awake While I'm Fighting Spider-Man Villains?
Nope.
Or will I fall asleep face first in my hot chocolate mug?
Yes. Alright, so I guess that'll be my cue to take care of this little pookie.
Yep. Give me smooch.
Bye, people.
Mwah.
Love you.
I love you. So,
bye, people. Love you, people.
Bye, people. Love you, people. So on the screen right now, what you should see is all the places that you can find Tellest and all its goodness. Certainly the website that we were just looking at, that's the best place to start. So you've got Tellest.com. And that's kind of like our link tree. That'll give you links to everywhere else that you need to go. But you can see a lot of it here as well. So for all of our premium digital content, the best place to get that is patreon.com/Tellest. That's where you can find our art pieces that we work on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays typically. The Kickstarters kind of got me distracted right now, so I haven't been doing my due diligence there as much as I need to. But and you'll also see our battle maps that we do, and those typically come out on Tuesdays or Thursdays as I finish them. These videos will make their way up to YouTube eventually as well, at youtube.com/@worldoftellest. It's just one of those things where right now I've been spending, I mean, the Talking Tellest, they've been making their way up there pretty regularly. The maps that I've been working on for Incarnate, the maps that I'm making are huge, so I think what we're going to do is dial them back and make time lapses. And I'm just trying to work out the logistics of that. You can also see these things live on twitch.tv/thattellestguy. So if you're watching on YouTube and you want to see this live, that's the way to do that. Our premium physical goods you can get on our Etsy store. That's tellest.etsy.com. That's if you want our battle maps in a big jumbo-sized neoprene mouse pad. It's huge. It's bigger than my computer desk that I'm working on now. They look really nice, and you can connect them together in a nice way. We've also got the posters. We've got Rhianna's Weird Witch Wands. We've got stickers and the art book. Just a little bit of everything on there. So it's a great place to check out. And the two last places that you want to look at are our TikToks. The dogs were definitely taking over today, and you can find them at tiktok.com/@TalesOfTellest, and Tales is spelled Tails. And if you want to see Rhianna's, her making of content, her little special looks at her wands, you can find that at tiktok.com/@WeirdWitchWands. I am going to real quick close the show, but I'm not even really going to stop streaming. We're just going to keep it going on the other end afterwards, and then we're going to get on Sophia's page and see some of her art. So I will talk to most of you later, and then Sophia, I will be right back. So I miss you. to show off some of Sophia's stuff. So we are currently looking at a couple of videos that Sophia has that she threw up on the Discord. Very cute stuff. Sophia, do you do your stuff on like Fiverr or anything like that? Or Etsy? Or it definitely looks like you got some stuff to sell. They're very nice. Yeah, you got a ton of stuff. So a little bit of a designer as well. Let me get some stuff going in the meantime. So I think we're going to play a little bit of Spider-Man. I gotta switch out my VGA cables. It'd help if I didn't knock everything down. Sophie, you still there? Alright, well, I'm going to give you a minute or two just to make sure you're still there. And then I'm going to stop my stream, give it a moment to breathe, and then get over to Spider-Man. Got all your emotes and everything up and then disappeared off the face of the planet. You coming to say hello again? Hi there. You go girl. Trying to get your sniffer on a marshmallow. Alrighty. Let's see. Well, I think your art is very cool. I hope that you stick with it because it looks very neat. I would certainly hope that a lot of people get to see your art in the future. And we got here's your website, and we've got your Alpha Designers Portfolio PHP. Are you on Fiverr or Etsy or anything like that? Do you want to throw anything up there and let people know where they can find you? And that website is the medalfadesigners.com. What you doing? What you doing, Looney Tunes? You're really nuts about those marshmallows, aren't you? Alright, well, we are going to cut this out one more time, give the stream a minute or two, because we're going to head back into Spider-Man 2. I feel like I play once a week, but so you should definitely consider it. I think that that it would be worth your time to be on there. I think more people would find your work for sure. But all right, I'm going to wrap things up. Sophia, thank you for sharing some of your work, and I hope to see you on another stream in the future. And I'll talk to you later. But thank you for sharing.